Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. One of my favorite dishes of all time is stuffed grape leaves. Yalancı, sarma, dolma or dalmates or whatever you want to call them. It's a Mediterranean classic recipe and one of my favorite appetizers. It's a very popular dish in the Middle East and all around the world. They can be made with a ground beef, lamb, or even vegetarian like the ones I'm gonna share with you today. Every culture has their own way of making them. All of them are truly labor of love, but the end product is a treat for your taste buds. There are many versions of the recipes from different countries. This version is a typical Syrian recipe that I learned from my mom. It requires some decent time and effort, but definitely worth it in the end. Just follow my steps and you will learn how to make it easily. We start by preparing the filling, so we need to finely chop parsley, onions, green and red pepper. You can use a food processor here, but it's important to chop them finely since the stuffed grape leaves are about the size of a finger, hence we want to make sure all the flavors are well incorporated in one bite. Next, we're gonna measure 2 cups of short grain rice. There's no need to cook the rice in advance. And then we're gonna add the vegetables, the chopped vegetables above it, the parsley, the pepper, and the onions. After that, I'm gonna add half a cup of lemon juice and half a cup of olive oil, virgin olive oil. Now I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of pepper paste, and you can add more if you like it. We're gonna add the spices now. So here is the dried mint leaves, the ginger powder, the salt, and the chili pepper. Give it a good stir and mix all of the ingredients together to be well combined. And you know what? It smells like healthiness right now. Here I have some fresh grape leaves which I bought from the vegetable markets, and if you don't have any fresh grape leaves, don't worry. You can buy them from markets. They are canned in a jar with a brine. Now we have to prepare the grape leaves whether they are fresh or canned in brine. We have to soak them in a large bowl of boiling hot water for 2 minutes. Not more than that, otherwise they will turn apart because they are too thin. And then we drain the grape leaves and stack them on a plate or a sheet pan. And here comes the tedious part, and this is why it's not a recipe that most people make regularly. It's a special treat, perfect for holidays and dinner parties. When I make it, I usually leave the rolling for after the kids go to bed. It's kind of therapeutic and takes about an hour to roll about 100 of them. If the grape leaves are big like this, they will take shorter time to be rolled. So you have to remove the thick middle stem from the grape leaves. If it's a large leaf, you can cut it in half and remove the stem, or you can simply trim the top of the stem as I'm going to do. And then you can spread them on a pan sheet. I like to place the mixture in the middle of the leaf and then carefully close the sides. Roll it like you would when making a wrap. So I'm covering the filling now, and then you're gonna fold the sides, bring the arms in, hug it tight, and roll it. So this is what you're going for. Don't overstuff the leaves since the stuffing contains uncooked rice and they will expand once cooked. I recommend using a even teaspoon per leaf and spread it out into a thin line over the middle of a leaf. Fold lightly to allow for expansion, but in the same time roll it tightly enough so that it doesn't unravel while cooking, but not too tightly since the rice needs room to expand as it cooks. So, 2 open leaves with a line of the rice mixture laid in the middle of each, and before you know it, you will have a whole plate of stuffed grape leaves, believe me. Now after rolling the grape leaves, I add large slices of potato to the bottom of a large heavy pot. You can also use tomato or any torn up grape leaves you find. Make sure to line the bottom of the pot with vegetables before adding the grape leaves because they will buffer the grape leaves from burning at the bottom while the stuffing filling cooks. Neatly arrange the stuffed and roll the grape leaves in rows alternating directions to completely cover the circumference of the butt. Make sure to tightly bag them in to prevent them from floating up. Now they are stacked in a deep pot and ready to be cooked. So what we're gonna do right now is take in a plate, turn it upside down and cover the grape leaves with it. And then next to it, we're gonna use something to weigh it down. A second plate works well, or a bowl full of water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my mortar on it because it's so heavy. This will hold down the grape leaves in place to keep them steady and prevent floating while they are cooking. After that, we're gonna add 2 cups of hot water to it. Cook on medium heat for around 1 hour and a half or 2 hours until most of the water is absorbed and the rice is cooked. Trust me, you will be eating them straight from the pot while they are still piping hot. After removing from heat, let them rest for 30 minutes before serving. This resting time allows the grape leaves to settle in so they don't unravel quickly. It also allows them to absorb the remaining liquid in the pot for added flavor. And the result is a small bundle of perfectly cooked and seasoned rice wrapped in a lemony grape leaves. This is where the fruits of your hard labor will pay off, and you'll easily find yourself making this again next time you have a special occasion. It's one of my absolute favorite side dishes on earth. Be sure to check out my channel where you can find more recipes. You can find the full written recipe in the description box below. And if you liked my video, please make sure to subscribe, like, follow and share so you can help me get more people to reach my videos. See you later!